Have you ever noticed that you work 10 times faster when a deadline is right around the corner? Maybe you had a school assignment due at midnight, and suddenly your brain woke up at 11 p.m. and you produced magic. Or maybe you've been delaying a task for weeks, but the moment someone says, "I need it by tomorrow," you get it done in hours. Why does this happen? Why do deadlines turn ordinary people into productivity machines? And more importantly, how can you use the power of deadlines to get things done faster, smoother, and with far less stress? Today's video is going to break down a truth that can completely transform your productivity. Deadlines don't limit you, they free you. Welcome back to Focus Peter, the channel where we cut through the noise, sharpen your focus, and build the habits that lead to a more disciplined, productive life. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects every student, entrepreneur, employee, and creator on the planet. A topic that can turn procrastinators into performers, dreamers into doers, and chaotic workers into clear, fast executors. The power of deadlines. Now, when most people hear the word deadline, they think stress, pressure, fear, panic, maybe even low-grade anxiety that hits the stomach like a knot. But here's the twist. Deadlines are not the enemy of productivity. They are the engine. Think about the last time you didn't have a deadline. Maybe you wanted to start reading a book. Maybe you wanted to start a business. Maybe you wanted to clean your room, start journaling, exercise, rewrite your CV, apply for a job, edit a video, or begin that new project you kept talking about. Without a deadline, what happened? Days passed, then weeks, then months, and nothing really moved. But the moment someone says, "Submit it by Tuesday, finish it by tonight, send it by 5 p.m., your brain clicks into action mode. Why? Because deadlines activate urgency. Urgency activates dopamine, and dopamine activates focus. Deadlines create structure in a world full of distractions. And modern life has more distractions than ever before. Between social media, streaming apps, notifications, emails, and the endless temptation to start later, your brain is constantly pulled in every direction. Deadlines pull you back. When you give a task a clear boundary, a start time and an end time, you give your brain permission to stop overthinking and start working. Now let's go deeper. Humans operate incredibly well under pressure, but only when the pressure is healthy, controlled, and intentional. Not panic pressure, not last-minute chaos, but structured deadlines that guide your attention. Imagine a river with no banks. The water spreads everywhere. It has no direction, no flow, no speed. But the moment you give the water boundaries, sides to hold it in, that same water becomes powerful enough to generate electricity, move ships, and carve landscapes. Your focus works the same way. Without boundaries, your energy spills everywhere. With deadlines, your energy becomes laser-targeted. You stop multitasking. You stop wandering. You stop delaying. You stop being busy but not productive. Deadlines sharpen your decisions. What matters? What doesn't? What must be done first? What can wait? They eliminate the fog. But what's even more powerful is how deadlines work psychologically. There are 3 major mental triggers behind deadlines. Trigger. The Parkinson's Law effect. Parkinson's Law says, work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Give yourself 2 weeks for a task. You'll take 2 weeks. Give yourself 2 days for the same task. You'll finish in 2 days. This isn't magic. This is focus. When time is limited, your brain becomes resourceful. Trigger. Dopamine activation through urgency. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, which releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation and focus. Suddenly, your brain prioritizes the task. You become more alert. Files you couldn't find earlier magically appear. Ideas you couldn't think of suddenly show up. Your body and brain sync for action. Trigger. Clarity reduces overthinking. One of the biggest killers of productivity is thinking too much before starting. Deadlines silence that. Instead of asking yourself, should I start now? What if I do it later? Is this the right time? What if I'm not ready? A deadline only allows one question. How can I finish this in the time I have? That's clarity. That's focus. That's real productivity. Now, people often say, "But Peter, deadlines stress me out." Here's the truth. It's not deadlines that stress you, it's poorly managed deadlines. A good deadline is realistic, clear, limited, actionable, time box specific. A bad deadline is vague, open-ended, too strict or too loose, not broken into steps, or simply unrealistic. In this video, you're going to learn how to create the good kind, the kind that accelerates your progress, not blocks it.